Welcome, fellow graduates, family, and friends. A special thank you to Dean Provencio Vasquez and the College of Nursing faculty for giving me the opportunity to speak at today's ceremony. My name is Andre Pacho, and I'm a graduate of the Adult Gerontology Clinical Nurse Specialist program. Over my 15-year career as an Army nurse, I have truly developed a passion for nursing and made it a priority to mentor young nurses as they are the future of their profession. 2 years ago, I decided I was ready to take the next step in my career, choosing the CNS path because I felt that it would maximize my abilities as a leader, mentor, and clinician. As I reflect back, I remember the anticipation and mix of emotions that came with starting this journey. I was excited to advance my academic and nursing career by expanding my knowledge and gaining new skills. Being military my entire career, I was especially excited for the opportunity to learn with and learn from my colleagues in the civilian sector. And like most others, I was also nervous. I knew that the program would be extremely challenging, and it was a little unnerving not knowing how this journey would unfold. While I know many of the graduates share these similar feelings, one thing's for sure, none of us could have ever imagined that our journeys would involve battling a global pandemic. COVID has challenged the class of 2020 in ways unlike any other year. In addition to impacting our class and clinical work, it has tested our families, our careers, and the community. Our priorities began to shift. We had increased responsibilities, and we had to learn to think outside the box, all while trying to maintain a sense of normalcy. But despite all the moments that we felt defeated, being mentally and physically exhausted, we continued to move forward, demonstrate our resilience, and the ability to persevere. And for many of us, it revealed strengths we didn't even realize we had. Now that is something to be truly proud of. Now, none of this would have been possible without the unwavering support of our families, friends, faculty, and staff. Many thanks to our families and friends who served as our rock. You encouraged us when times were tough, reassured us when we doubted ourselves, and picked up the slack so that we could focus on the task at hand. To the faculty and staff, we recognize the time and effort spent educating us while working with us individually and collectively so that we could be successful. You shared your passion for advanced nursing practice and guided us through every step of the way. And for that, we offer our sincerest gratitude. To my cohort, it has been amazing to see how far we've come in the last couple of years. The knowledge, expertise you brought to the programs has made such an enriching experience. As we graduate today, I'm excited to see the caliber of APRNs that will be entering the workforce. While the transition into our new roles would come with its own anticipation and set of mixed emotions, remember, over the last couple of years, we have proven time and time again that we are capable of overcoming any challenge that lies ahead. I wish each and every one of you the best of luck wherever your paths take you, and I pray that you and your families remain healthy and safe. Congratulations, class of 2020.
It is an honor to address you, respected Chancellor, Dean, faculty, colleagues, families, and fellow graduates of the first D&P Health Systems Leadership class. What a momentous occasion. Our celebration might be virtual, but our accomplishments are real. We started our program fresh and eager. We knew hard work was ahead, but none of us could have imagined the complex challenges this year would bring. If you're like me, you're finishing a little tired and maybe a little haggard, as not only did we meet the rigors of achieving a terminal degree, but we did it smack dab in the middle of a global pandemic. The demands of our careers, many of us on or leading front lines, pulled more from us than we thought possible. Our children out of school needed us more than ever. Friends, family, and loved ones, some sick, some out of work, and some just afraid, leaned on us for our expertise and support. And we did not give up. It was messy, it was complicated, and maybe we were uncertain, but we showed up anyway, at work, at home, and here, because we know that we, nurse leaders, are part of the solution. Never before have we been called to serve in a way that is more meaningful and powerful than now. And as we have done since March, we will not give up. We will seek solutions to impact and transform healthcare, leading teams and contributing to clinical practice, advocating for policy change, implementing and evaluating evidence-based practice, and educating our fellow nurses. I am in awe of you, my fellow graduates. With fortitude and grit, you persevered and overcame. So yes, we are tired, and yes, we may be a little haggard, but rightfully so. I hope you're the good kind of tired, though. I hope, like me, you feel accomplished and you know that you have made a difference. Not only in your project work as you innovated, collaborated, implemented, evaluated, and disseminated, but in your connections with people, because that is where the magic happens. With classmates, faculty, colleagues, patients, families, and friends, you made a difference. I sit here in Virginia, so very far away, but so very connected to all of you, connected by our experiences. My favorite thought leader, Brene Brown, challenges us to have the courage to show up, to be seen, to take risks, to ask for help, own our mistakes, learn from failures, lean into joy, and support people around us to do the same. And that's exactly what we did. With you, I shared, I learned, I taught, and I grew. We've not only shared scholarly and professional work, but we have shared as people. We've panicked together through statistics, clinical placement fallouts, and countless rewrites of papers. We've celebrated together with marriages, births, promotions, and now graduation. And we have mourned together, as some have suffered loss of loved ones. Our bonds solidified through these times, even though we have spent little to no physical time together, speaks to the power of the human connection. In such a short time, we've connected to make a difference, to tremendously impact quality, safety, cost, and meaning in our work. The very people walking this virtual stage today have connected to lead teams, to innovatively leverage technology and create new processes to improve outcomes. We've decreased length of stay, ED utilization, code blue rates, unplanned ICU admissions, and we've decreased nurse burnout, turnover, and PTSD, and increased resilience and retention. We have made a difference. So during these hardest days and even into the brightest ones ahead, and with the knowledge, skills, and attributes with which we are now armed, I challenge you to keep connecting to make a difference, because the power of our connections is limitless. Congratulations, everyone.
Hello, fellow graduates. Feels good to say that. My name is Griffin, and I'm here representing the PhD graduates of the College of Nursing. It's with great honor that I stand here to help you celebrate your graduation into this profession as a brand new nurse, or if you're like me, one who's receiving an advanced degree. I would like to just spend a few minutes and pause and take a collective breath, but I don't feel like this year has really provided much opportunity for that. It's been really unique, and I think no mistake that 2020 is the year of the nurse and midwife. You know, we might hope for a year to take off when we celebrate the profession, but it also makes sense to me that this year's been about a call to action. We nurses, we don't want to just talk about care, we want to show it. And we have had so many opportunities this year to show it. So what is it to be a nurse? Have you ever tried to explain that to your family or your friends when they ask, what do you do all day? I think it's really hard to express the meaning of being a nurse when in one moment your heart can simultaneously break but also be completely filled up. I think one shift has the potential to make you laugh out loud or find yourself crying in the bathroom. Sometimes you feel like a superhero, and often you feel broken and not enough. You get to celebrate the strength of humans and hope and even sometimes witness miracles, but there's also times you curse the universe or the diseases in it or even sometimes the people in it. As nurses, we get to see humanity in a different way and go beyond what we thought was possible and do more than we thought we could. But the pressures can be large and the responsibilities feel daunting. And that's all in one shift. Sometimes I think we question how much we're meant to hold or if we're even doing this the right way. So I do want to slow down for a second and check in with you. I want to ask you a few questions and just kind of take note of how many times you say yes to this. So, have you ever gone 12 hours without remembering, did you drink water, use the bathroom, or eat a meal that requires a fork? Have you washed your hands until they were raw? Or gone to breakfast after a night shift, even though you're completely exhausted, but you know you just need to be with those people a little bit longer? Have you ever felt like your patients meant more to you than the other way around? Or couldn't stop smiling after starting that IV on a patient who nobody else could get access on? Have you ever been the last person to see your patient's open eyes? Gone to sleep knowing that you made a difference in another human being's life or even saved a life that day? Or how about fell asleep at the stoplight on your way home from work, or not had enough left to care for your significant others, your kids, your pets when you do get home? Been so proud to tell a stranger what you chose to do for a living. Have you ever cried on the beach when you're supposed to be on vacation thinking about a patient? Or cried when a patient asks you if you'll be back the next shift so you can take care of them again? How about crying at the just silliest mundane stress and you're not really understood why in that moment you can't stop? Have you ever had a chihuahua hump your leg while doing a sterile procedure? I know that one's very specific, but if it has happened to you, please reach out to me because I don't want to be the only one. Have you ever watched a patient walk out of the hospital knowing they get to do that because of you? Or not had the answer when your family looks at you and asks, why do you continue to do this? Or even thought to yourself more than once, how long can I do this? Now look at your family and friends and ask them how often they've been a witness to your pain and exhaustion. We forget that they walk this journey with us, so don't forget to thank them too. I think we need more of a decade to celebrate all that nurses do. But I do want to ask you one more question that sometimes we forget to ask. How are you doing? If you said yes to even half of those questions and you're a nurse like me, you're probably going to say, I'm fine, I'm okay, don't worry about me. I want to stand with you and see you in that. And I want to know that when you say I am good, it's truth. Because we know now more than ever that the world needs caring nurses. My own path in PhD work is not just about wanting to say I'm fine, but to actually say I'm flourishing as a nurse and as a human. That's why I studied carried science, because I learned early on that it didn't ask me to change who I was, just offered a path towards being whole as a person, so I have enough to also be a nurse. To practice equanimity and find balance with the gravity of those moments, to hold on to my purpose as a compassionate nurse, to honor that covenant that we have with society to care for them when they need us, and to remember that it's within the moments of connection that we make our difference. To know it's that privilege that we get to co-create healing with our patients by being present, infusing dignity and, yes, love into those environments. To know that as nurses, we get the chance to change lives for the better. So, my fellow graduates, I'm not sure what's around the corner. I don't know what's next. I do know that whatever it is, it'll need nurses just like you and me. So let's get to work. Again, congratulations. Now please take that full minute to breathe, because you deserve it.